Good morning, students. Today we start this lecture about learning some definition, basic definitions, so you can understand this all this theory, what we are learning, and what right. Starting with some basic definition. So, first is what is the meaning of wastewater? So, wastewater is the water when it is used for different purposes like domestic, commercial, industrial, etc., which receives impurities and then it becomes a wastewater. So that the wastewater is a used water and it has a physical, chemical, and biological impurities in it. Wastewater is a general term, right? Next is a sewage, right? So the wastewater coming from a water closet and containing human excreta is known as the sewage. Next is a sewage, right? So the wastewater coming from bathrooms and kitchens which does not contain bad smell since organic matter is known as a sewage. Next is a plumbing system. So it is the entire system of pipeline for providing water supply to the building, or it is a system of pipes for the disposal of wastewater from the building. Next is sewer. A pipe carrying sewage or wastewater is called a sewer, right? So these two or three terms are very familiar, which is sewage, sewage, right? Next is a soil pipe. So it is the pipe carrying a sewage from water closet. Waste pipe, it is a pipe carrying sewage from bathrooms, kitchens, sinks, wash basins, etc. Right. So here three types of pipe. Right. Saver is main pipe which is carrying sewage or a wastewater. Soil pipe is a pipe carrying sewage from the water closet, and waste pipe is carrying sewage from bathrooms, kitchens, sinks, wash basins, etc. Right. Next is a sewerage system. So a system of sewers of different types and size in a town collecting wastewater from the town and carried it to the wastewater treatment plant. So this whole system is known as a sewerage system, right? Next is a manhole. You see in the society or in the road, there are a manhole here, right? So why manhole is provided, right? So manhole is basically RCC or masonry chambers constructed at the suitable intervals along the several lines, right? These several lines provided this manhole because it is basically used to clean out these lines, right? Mostly provided at the junction, so we can easily right. So we can a man can easily uh, inside this hole, right? And then clean out all the garbages and where the pipelines are choking, right? Then these manholes are very useful, right? Next is the traps. So traps are defined as a fittings at the end of the soil pipes of this pipe to prevent the fall gases coming out of this both pipe, which is soil pipe and waste pipe. Now we lots of use this pipe word. Now we go deeply in the meaning of what is the basic definition of pipe and what types of pipes available in the market, right? So pipe is a hollow cylinder used to conduct the transfer fluids, which fluids in the means of liquids or gases, right, from one place to the another place, right? So in house drainage system, pipes may be designated depends on the functions as below, right? So first we're talking about soil pipe. So it is the pipe carrying a sewage from urinal, water closet, etc., and it generally carries a human excreta, right? Next is a waste pipe. So it is the pipe carrying discharges from the bathrooms, kitchen, sinks, etc., but it does not carry human excreta, right? It generally carries sewage, which means discharges from the rooms, bathrooms, and kitchens and the sink. Next is a vent pipe, right? So the pipe installed for the purpose of ventilation of the system is known as a vent pipe. So basically vent pipe is open at the top and at the bottom to facilitate exit of fall gases, and it is carried at least 1 meter above the roof level, right? Next is soil pipe and waste pipe. This are already we seen, right? Okay. Next is a rainwater pipe. So it is the pipe which carries the rainwater, is generally known as a rainwater pipe. Yeah, these are the basic definition and simple definition which is connected to the main word rainwater pipe. It means rainwater included means the pipe which carrying the rainwater is known as a rainwater pipe. So it is very easy to remember or understand, right? Next is anti-siphonage, sorry, here spelling mistake. Anti-siphonage, PHO, right? Anti-siphonage pipe, right? So the pipe which is installed in the house to preserve the water seal of traps is known as a anti-siphonage pipe. So it generally maintains proper ventilation and does not allow siphonic action to take place, right? That's why this provided. Okay, so there are different types of pipes given, and different with the respect to different types of pipe, there are diameters also given, right? So first is if we take soil pipe, then the diameter should be 100 mm. For waste pipe in the horizontal direction, which is diameter is taken between 30 to 50 mm. For waste pipe in vertical direction, we take 75 mm diameter. For rainwater pipe, 75 mm diameter taken. Vent pipe is a 50 mm. Then there is a two cases. In anti-siphonage pipe, when it's connecting to soil pipes, then its diameter is 50 mm, and when it's connecting to waste pipe, then its diameter is 40 mm. Right. So next is the components of sanitary fittings. So the followings all are the sanitary fitting which are commonly used in the building for the efficient collection and the removal of wastewater in the house drain. Right. So first talking about wash basin. So this generally used for washing hands and brushes. Right. So material used for making this wash basin is porcelain, stainless steel, and plastic. So wash basin generally have two types. First one is a flat back pattern, as you can see in this figure, right? And the size, consider this flat back pattern, which is 630 by 450, 550 by 400, and 450 by 300 mm. This size are available in the flat back pattern. While talking about angle back pattern, right? The size we generally use is 600 by 480 and 400 by 400 mm, right? So generally this wash basin is usually made of this white glaze earthenware or the enamel iron, right? Sometimes they also made of the pressed steel or plastic, right? So an ordinary wash basin is mounted on a brackets fixed on the wall, while the pedestrian type basin is mounted on a pedestal rising from the wall. So these are the different size available, depends on the different shapes and sizes, right? As you can see that. If you are add more or add more some topics and add more type of basins, wash basins, right? You described. So this other information or other topics depends on this wash basins are given in your book, textbook, right? But from my suggestion, you can easily write down this different points, so it is enough to explain, right? There are no deep explanation needed to write down the exam, right? Next is a sink, right? So talking about sink, so sink is basically a regular basin used in the kitchen or a laboratory for cleaning utensils and glassware, right? So this may be made of glazed earthware, right? Stainless steel and enamel pressed steel. So the sink has an outlet usually of a 40 diameter. Outlet pipe discharges water from the floor trap or nunny trap, right? And the mouth of the outlet pipe is provided with a grating of brass or nickel so that the entry of coarse solid substances is prevented. So there are common sizes of the kitchen sinks and lavatory sinks are provided, right? For kitchen sinks, sink 600 by 400 by 150, 600 by 450 by 250, and 750 by 450 by 250. So these three sizes are available for kitchen sinks in right? Talking about laboratory sink, the sizes are 400 by 250 by 150, 450 by 300 by 150, and the 600 by 400 by 200. So these are the common sizes generally used for the kitchen sinks and laboratory sinks. Next, we talk about the bathtubs, right? As you can also see in the hotels or different types of luxurious bungalows, right? So bathtubs, it's for long and luxurious bath, right? So it's basically usually made of the iron and steel coated with enamels, right? Enamel percolines or plastic. They may be with a parallel sides or with the tapering sides, right? So the usual dimension of the bathtubs are, we're talking about length, so it is between 1.7 to 1.85 meter. Talking about width, so taken as zero point 0.7 to 75 meter, and depth is generally taken as a zero point 0.6 meter. So these are length, width, and depth. These are the conventional size of the bathtub. So it is provided with the outlets and outflow pipes, usually of 40 diameter, right? So I write down only the main points. So and because you in the exam, if you remember these small points, right, it means that outlet outflow pipes 40 diameter, right, made of iron and steel. So you make a full sentence of this different from this uh, points, right? So you cannot remember the whole sentence, but you have to remember is the main points of the topics, right? So it can easily remember or understandable. Next is a water closet, which we will know about WC. WC full form is a water closet. So water closet is basically a sanitary fitting which is designed to receive human excreta directly and convey to the septic tank, right, or underground sewer through a trap. So it usually connected to a flushing systems to flush the closet and the discharge human creta to the soil pipe. So basically, water closets are of three types. First one is a Indian type, second is European type, and third is Anglo-Indian type. So talking about Indian type water closet, right? So uh, this is a simple in construction and working, but is used in a squatting position, which means in a sitting position. So it usually made of porcelain. The pen and traps are available in two different pieces. So these two are assembled properly at the time of laying. So a closet is a setup at the floor level and the pair of foots raised are provided in the both side of the pen. The trap consists of a hole on the top for the connection to the anti-siphonage pipe, right? So length of the pen generally varies from 450 to 675 and the water cells varies from 50 to 75 Flushing's rim is provided on the top interior surface for flushing closet with the water which is supplied from the flushing tank or cisterns. So this flushing cistern is normally kept above the closet. Indian type water closet requires a greater quantity of water, at least 10 liters for the flushing, right? So these are the Indian type water closet. I write down the small the short notes, short points, so you can easily making the whole sentence using of the small points, right? Which means simple in construction, used in squatting position, made of porcelain, uh, pan and traps are available at two separate pieces. Closet is set up at the floor level. Pair of foots rest are provided on the both side of the pan. Length of the pan, water seal, right? So this different type, small points which helps you to make the whole sentence, right? Next is a European type water closet, right? So this figures you show the typical European type water closet. So it's generally made of porcelain, right? It is a wash down water closet provided with a seat and a cover. So a pan has a flushing ring to spread the flush water. Excreta directly falls in the trap, and therefore there are less chances of excreta becoming foul, right? So pedestal type European water closet is commonly known as a commode, is commonly used. So the closet is filled with either a P trap or S trap, and it can also be used as upper floors, right? While in the case of Indian type water closet, the upper floor has to be depressed to receive the pan fixed at the floor level. So a low level flushing system is used to European type water closet. The length of pan varies from 500 to 600, and the depth varies from 350 mm to 400 mm. Right? So the pan is set up on a pedestal of comfortable height. Right? Next is our Anglo-Indian type water closet. So the main advantage of this water closet is that it can be used in squatting position since it is fixed at the floor level, right? While in the European type water closet, which is fixed at about 40 centimeter higher than the floor level and cannot be conventionally used in a squatting position. Since the legs of the users cannot rest on thin rim conveniently, right? So the defect with the Indian water closet is that the excreta does not fall directly into the trap. Uh, this type of water closet removes both of these defects. So in this type, the closure is fixed about 40 centimeter above the floor level, right? So the upper rim of the pen is properly enlarged so that the legs can rest on it while using in squatting positions. The excreta directly found into the water containing by trap, and this top flushing rim and seat etc. are similar to this European type. Now next is urinals, right? So this has basically two types, bowl types and a stall type, right? So this ball type urinal is used in residential building while the slab type is used in public buildings. And the standard size of the bowl, for a flat back pattern is 430 by 260 by 350 mm, and for angle back pattern it's a 340 by 430 by 265 mm, and it describes in the code, which is 2556 part 6 1992. So the detailed specification for the various these urinals are given in that IS code. So the content of the urinals are collected and discharges into the soil pipe through the floor trap, which is the NITAP. Automatically flushing systems are generally provided for stall type urinals, which operates at a regular interval of 10 to 15 minutes. A stall type urinals normally has more than one unit with a center to center spacing of zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.7 meter. Right. Next is a flushing system. So a cistern or known as a tank, which is installed above the latrines or urinals for flushing water, is known as a flushing system. So in case of Indian water closet, the cistern is made of cast iron, and in case of European water closet, it is made of porcelain. So the CI cistern is operated by chain and this chain and handles, while in a porcelain system it is operated by a small handle, as you can see in this figure, right? So the capacity of systems varies from 5 to 10 liters. For Indian type water closet, the CI system is fixed at about 2 meter above the floor level, while in the European type water closet, porcelain systems are fixed at about 60 centimeter above the floor level. So this system has basically two types. First is a valveless siphonic type, which is also known as a bell type system, and valve fitted siphonic type, which is also known as a float type. Right. So bell type flushing systems. So this bell type flushing system commonly used in Indian type water closet, right? So in the typical example of valve-less siphonic system, right? So a bell type flushing system consists of the following parts, which is a bell and also known as a dome, and second is a float. So we stop our lecture here. If you have any doubt about this lecture, you can contact me.